The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in.
Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Welcome, everyone. DA, take it away.
Well, we all
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. And the new power rankings are out, with the regular season coming to a close. Taking a look at Toronto. They sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it, too. And we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with Howard, and it's George in at the 1 spot. And for Phoenix, Andre Ayton out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in at the point guard. Tonight, the last game, Chris, of the regular season. Looking ahead to the playoffs, what can we expect as broadcasters, as fans? What can we expect?
Oh, man, we can expect what we love, and that's competition. That is guys getting after it. It is a new season. Everyone is rejuvenated. Even if you're tired and you're hurt and you're limping out there, you have a different mind frame. It is time to go now. And after seeing the playoffs last year and seeing who got to win that trophy, oh, man, you know these guys are ready to go. They've been waiting a whole year for this. So the intensity is going to be upped.
I love it.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Oubre. Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was. Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. To the middle, here's Davis. Here's Howard. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Ayton. Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And he makes that one.
And the wily athleticism of Gay helps him in these situations. Just so clever at finding ways to bury shots against defenders.
James outside. Back to George. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Now here is Carter. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early, take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, and that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin, he empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ryan Kaminsky, he's checked in for Ayton. Diallo comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bridges in for Oubre. Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look out west. Taking a look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course, Phoenix, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for Phoenix, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Oh, we all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
The drive by Booker to the left side wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Diallo kicks to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Caldwell Pope. A nice shot by Booker.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Lakers.
Kuzma outside. Back to George. And stolen by Diallo. Here's Booker. Rebounded by the Lakers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
Now the Lakers on the break. Out to Kuzma. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Suns trail by 12. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
George with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Booker against Caldwell Pope. Here's Carter. And too long on the shot. 1 second left. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Bridges, and it's Carter in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. George, whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories had they stayed healthy?
Wow, I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies when Grant started his career off in Detroit. To see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden, who got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ayton comes in for Kaminsky, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Bridges. The Lakers also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma, and James subbed in for Murray. Got that one up quick. George has got 21.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against the Rockets.
Switch.
Rondo against Carter. Ayton dishes to Booker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
With 1 on the clock. And so it's Los Angeles, up by 33 points as the... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. Then it's Green, and it's George in at the 1. Outside for Davis. George looking over the floor. Outside, Green. Launches a 3. Outside for George. From the top of the key, he buries it. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Carter, the pass to Ayton. Back to Carter. Let's go. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And the shot goes in. Howard's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Yep, that one goes. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. James finds George. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ayton. The Suns shooting reasonably well, 45%.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, G.A. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
No good from Gay.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the inside. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
The scoring skills of Gay aren't just limited to the mid-range and his perimeter. This is a guy who can get it done from the inside as well, thanks to his fantastic length.
14 feet away. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ayton in the high post. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game. Booker finds Gay. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off from deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Some changes for Phoenix. Kaminsky comes in for Kelly Oubre, and Smith subbed in for Booker. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Here's George. Los Angeles with another miss.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Kaminsky out there with Shaq Diallo. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Bridges. And it's Johnson in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker outside. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Pulls up from the corner. Rebound the Lakers.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And here's George for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. George has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Lakers. Booker against George. Now Kaminsky. Back to Booker. And it's off the back rim, no good. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. To the paint, it's stolen by Kaminsky. On the wing, Booker, a 3-ball. Kuzma pulls it in.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Bucket is good. 32 points for George.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player, I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. George has got 38 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Johnson outside. Howard against Ayton. 5 on the clock. Fades back. Here's Gay. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And the astonishing athleticism of Gay puts defenders in a bind. He knows how to get under their skin.
And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4-0.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Stolen by George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 42 in the game.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gay passes to Okobo. Suns moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Smith finds Ayton. Gay trying to break free. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory.
That's exactly right, but with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.
This is Hank and the Hornet on